Son, I spit rhymes for 2111, lifting up your soul so you're not stupid.
Spit, spit, spit. Spitmatic, this is not democratic. You have entered a realm that is full of static. And if you want to cling to that corny bling bling, the sun, maybe you should start to sing. Cause you would never shine in a cipher of minds. Cause these rhymes are here to elevate the times. And my lines can come and bum rush and crush. Cause what you was kicking is full of dust. I'm talking about J and to the Z. Pluto Sagittarius, what you talk about be 95 to 2008. I spit rhymes for 2111.
Lifting up your soul so you're not stuck on dumb. I spit rhymes for 2111, lifting up your soul so you're welcome, son. I spit rhymes for 2111, lifting up your soul so you're not stupid.
2008, not the grape ape, Magilla gorilla, but you know that I'm the great. This lyrical MC that spits the poetry is giving you some ancient wisdom called astrology. Come on, son, you know how it's done. Lyrically, I'm telling you, of course, I'm number one in the E. R-I to the C. The middle of the country is Eric, baby. I shine divine. The mind is on the grind. I'm nice with mine. One of the best of all times. I said that before, but I have to say it twice. Cause all y'all MFs better know that I'm nice. I paid the price and I grinded in the streets. A New York City kid who was ready to compete. Rhyme for rhyme, line for line, bar for bar. Understand, I entered Mars. Ugh. I won there too. On Earth, you know what I do? I spit nothing but the truth. That kid with the chipped tooth. Since 1980s for the ladies, I would impress them with these rhymes that wasn't shady. Not like Grady for the Sanford son. Yes, I was the kid. Dad, I had none. Side. R.I.P. Dad. Biggie Astrology. Hip hop, incomplete. Yes, sir. I'm feeling good. That's Venus and Scorpio energy, baby. What? How y'all doing? Episode 176. Put them in a mix. Not like Hammer, but I am here like a Twix. Snapping to, not the snafu, but sort of like chip food. Fushnickins, never finger licking. Anyways, episode 176, Knowledge is Love. How y'all doing? Talking about Gen Z, Pluto and Sagittarius. You know, I probably should have done this with each sign, going through the Pluto generations. But, you know, I was thinking about, well, what should I talk about? And I'll probably be doing the Sagittarius new moon video tomorrow, or really what I'm going to be doing is I've got the 12/12 portal coming up on the Sagittarius new moon, 9 p.m. Eastern, $12. You guys got to come and join me. Wifey's going to be there to do a guided meditation, and we are going to really get you ready for this 12/12 portal, Sagittarius new moon, and the entrance into 2024, a universal 8-year. And I'm joined by the truth. Come say what's up. Hi. There he is. Hi. Well, he's got more homework to do, so wifey's going to come soon and replace him. But how are you guys doing? How you feeling? We're wheeling and dealing, no squealing. Sagittarius birth chart sales in effect. And I extended it an extra day because Capricorn season starts December 21st in the evening. And the Sagittarius birth chart sale actually ends on the 22nd. But I will overlap and start the Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising birth chart sale. I'm a Cap Sun on December 21st. So what's going on? I'm going to just, give you a little bit. The moon's in Libra, Mercury retrograde. We're in the shadow period. It starts on the 13th. We'll go back to Sagittarius on December 22nd in a party with Mars and squaring Neptune. It's not going to be so good around Christmas, baby. A lot of confusion in the cabeza. Comprehende? All right. And then it stations direct January 1st. But what station direct today? Neptune. All right, read a couple of comments. Say hello to the people.
Hope said hi.
I hope.
And then Evelyn said, hey, good evening.
At the Ev in the house.
And then Evelyn said, Gen Z crazy.
Yeah, Gen Z, 95 to 08. You know, more like 2000, I mean, more like 1996, but I think it was like the end of 95, you know, because that's ending the Pluto Sag, those millennials. But Gen Zs, they're going to be important the next 10 years, 20 years, right? Pluto and Aquarius. Okay.
Then Hope said, good, I don't feel good. But I'm sick and I'm emotional, lol. And then Evelyn said the energy has been weird.
Yes. Okay. So definitely the energy is wazi bazi poozies, but you know, hopefully this Libra moon, Ev's moon, can bring us some peace and harmony and calm things down. It may get a little hectic on because we have this, you know, half of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday, it's going to be conjunct the Libra South node. That could bring up some real, you know, but it could be some healing energy to purge and detox relationships with tu madre, but it can be muy difícil at the same time. And tonight, in a couple hours, it's going to be an exact square to Mercury and Capricorn. You know, yeah, the emotions have been a lot. Neptune just stationed direct today, so the last couple of days that was as it was getting ready to station direct, it's like pouring out like steamy, foggy water, and you can't see. I know I've had moments of feeling dizzy, but I've been having great sleep. And let me tell you guys, Evan, Hope, and everybody else listening, make sure your head in your home is facing and sleeping in the south direction, or second best is the east. If it's north or west, no bueno. But I'm telling you, my wife and I, it's been about day 9 now, I think, that since we switched, because we were sleeping to the north. We were sleeping to the north, and now our heads are to the south. Oh my goodness. Evan, Hope, and everybody else, let me tell you, I've been sleeping like a, I don't even say a newborn baby, like a newborn puppy. You know, when you see that like puppy sleep and they're just like, like I'm telling you, it's been some good sleep and I needed it. But Venus is in Scorpio. They tell you it's debilitated, but you know how I teach and tell you, you know, squares, oppositions, planets in their fall or debilitated, not a death sentence. And when you learn to work with the energy, it can be really good. So with Venus and Scorpio making a sextile the next few days to Mercury and Capricorn, it's about focusing on the truth, the health, building things for the new year, 2024 Universal 8 year. And we'll be talking about that on the 1212 portal. So I hope and Ev, you guys can make it, and everybody else. It's only $12. We're going to be rocking an hour and 12 minutes. Sagittarius new moon, 1212 portal, a little bit of glimpse into 2024, and a guided meditation by Wifey. It's going to be nice. It's kind of like a little coffee talk, you know, midweek, end of the year. But let me announce, Coffee Talk, December 16th, 1 p.m. Eastern, Saturday. Okay? You don't want to miss it. 2 hours, $20. We are going to be looking at election day birth chart for America, OUSA, 2024, November 5th, Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn from September to November 19th. Adios mio. This is going to be crazy, Lucy. We may not even have an election. You know, Pluto at the 29th degree, it gets kind of wild. All right. You want to read some more comments?
Yeah. Rose Jefferson said,
"Hey, Rose.
Good evening, all.
How you guys like my new shirt? Oh, wait. Let me show you the back. Let's see if I can get in here. Can I see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Here, I could bend down a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
You see that? Biggie Astrology. Yeah. So I also rocked it in my Chiron in the 10th house video today, so make sure you watch that. But yeah, you know, I'm getting a white shirt as well, branding. But if people are interested, I may start to sell them as merch. Okay, you want to rock with your boy and represent. But really excited. Oh, too, and I got, where is it? Oh my goodness, I love this. Make sure I got it the right way. Yep. Okay. Got my new business cards, right? That's just the beginning, but here's the treat. Look at that. and it's like all puffed up, and you can feel it percolated or whatever they call it. Time for the percolator. Time for the percolator. Yeah. Why are you laughing at, Daddy?
Well, you just said
Percolate. What is it?
I don't even.
I don't know. My wife will. Not percolator. The business card. It's percolated or no? How it pokes out. It's with a P. Embossed. Okay, they're embossed. Sorry, I misspoke. But I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. So, all right. So let's get into the Pluto Sag Gen Z, 1995. Now, our oldest son has this. Okay, and so just so you know, what's interesting about Gen Z. Obviously, you know, it led us up to Pluto Capricorn and the crash. But when you think about it, unfortunately, they may not want to hear this. A lot of these kids, 95 to 07, 08, really, and a little bit of the late millennials, a lot of them are crack babies. Okay. And what's fascinating, though, when you look at the archetype of Pluto, okay, pain, trauma, crises, transformation, power, control, sex, abuse, manipulation, transmutation, transformation. When it's dealing with Sagittarius, they are really working out through the lens of seeing through the veils and past life traumas of dogmatic religion, right? From the Piscean age. We're going into the age of Aquarius, it's spiritual awakening, right? So not being kind of regulated to just a book or what man says that God said, but really being able to find God for ourselves and be spiritually enlightened. This is not taking away from Buddha, Jesus, or Muhammad or anything like that, but part of the calling of the age of Aquarius and Pluto now entering Aquarius, and we'll talk about this for Pluto Sag people because it's going to represent a sextile 60-degree orb from their natal birth charts, right? And how that can affect them. But Pluto Sagittarius generation, they are really understanding how to release the ego. They may not know this yet, but this is what the work they're going to have to do, right? To heal the childhood traumas, release the ego, find a balance of true freedom, right? Not believing in the systems, but trying to find their own way and their own truth. Sagittarius, the problem with this generation, they can be kind of wandering around, right? Not having the direction, and at the same time wanting this freedom, but then not putting in the work to achieve the freedom. Now, these young people are brilliant. I'm not saying they're not, but you know, they've been through a lot, right? If you were born in 95 or 99 or 2000 or 2006, I mean, think about it. A lot of them have experienced, the older ones have experienced 9/11, although they were little bits. And then obviously the pandemic, the stock market crash in 08 for, you know, those who were born, let's say 2000 and below, they may remember it a little bit if it affected them at all. But there's also been the development of the iPad and social media, right? They're kind of the Twitter and IG and all that generation, Snapchat, because that was all starting in around 2010 as we got the smartphones in 06, 07, stuff like that. So the Pluto Sag generation, Gen Z, a lot of them are, it's so funny because as they want to break away from the systems and have freedom, a lot of them have accepted the indoctrination, but think that they haven't, right? So I can give you an examples in terms of like, you know, different agendas that are coming through the media, the celebrity, the, you know, I need to be an influencer, the, you know, switching of genders, you know, and body dysmorphia, like all these different things, right? So, you know, I'm not trying to get like controversial, but I'm not afraid of it. But I'm just being honest in the sense that they're going to experience really a great transformation in terms of learning how to surrender and release the ego. Because what is Sagittarius? Blunt, exaggerating, jovial, arrogant. Yeah. A lot of Gen Zers have that level of arrogance because they are intelligent. And they could be any sign, but guess what? If they're a Gemini, it's the opposition to the Pluto. Sun opposing Pluto is never easy. If they are a Virgo or a Pisces, their sun sign could be squaring their Pluto. And that can show that a lot of them maybe came from divorced parents, right? They were manipulated or abused or neglected by a parent, maybe a father. So there's a lot that Gen Z has got to kind of really kind of assess and figure out. And what's going to happen is that you're going to see a lot of them are going to start to have their Saturn return, right? And it goes from Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Okay. That like sort of 2.5 years, so 12-year span. And each one of them is a little different, right? Because the ones who are going to go through their Saturn return, who were born 95, 96, 90, maybe 90, does 97 get it? Maybe 97. They, they'll be going through the Saturn return basically in a hot second, right? If you're 2023 and they were born in 96 or 95, as soon as Saturn's directed 1 degree, their Saturn could be, 10 degrees or higher, 13 degrees or higher, just to give you, whatever. I have to look at everybody's individual birth chart just to give you an example. And so even that's challenging. Think about Sun square Saturn. There's like a lot of restrictions to kind of understanding your ego, restrictions and delays to your own soul psychology. So it's fascinating, but also maybe that could explain this generation is also Gen Z. I'm sure Alpha is going to be right behind them, like my 3 younger boys. But a lot of Gen Z, that's when we've seen, because of the poisons and toxins, an increase of, different learning disabilities and delays, right? ADHD, right? This and that, MR, all these different things, autism. That's Gen Z. Okay. And it doesn't mean any less of them. They're highly intelligent. I think you young people are brilliant, but I'm just explaining what they are up against. And I do think Pluto Aquarius is going to be a benefit for these young men and women. They're soldiers, right? Because if you were born in 95, then you're going to be going through your Saturn return probably very soon, or maybe you've already started. It's usually around 28 and a half, 29. So probably like 7, 8 degrees. So they may start it, a lot of them could have started it and then Saturn retrograded back, or maybe they're starting it, when it gets to the 9th or 10th degree. We'll just see. You have to look at your own birth chart. But that's kind of what's going on. And then with Saturn and Aries, it could be trining their Pluto, Sag Pluto. Well, that's a different energy. Pluto trine Saturn, that's being able, through their discipline and hard work, to have powerful magnetic transformations, to assert themselves, to be like exploring and adventurous. Let's read some more in the chat. Okay. So give me any questions or comments, what you're thinking about this generation, if you know anybody with it, or even your thoughts on the young folks from 95 to 08. Very early 08, because then it went into Pluto Capricorn, like quick fast. I forgot the exact date.
BG said, dang, I'm a crack baby. And then Evelyn Torres said, Gen Zs are part of the reason I want to retire. And the next generation after them are getting worse. I'm done. And then Evelyn said, yep, bathrooms for kids who don't know what gender they are. And then Gen Z in the building. And then Z the tree said Gen Z in the building.
All right, Gen Z. I want you guys to speak up for yourselves. And who BG and G and Z, what is it? G to the Z?
Yeah, Z to the trees.
Okay, Z to the trees. By the way, I love your name, right? And I want the two of you, BG, both of you, to let me know, is your Saturn in Pisces, Aries, Taurus, or Gemini? Okay. Because you'll see there's a big difference. And Aries, that's more of a positive energy. And Taurus, it can make it in conjunction, may not even notice it or whatever. Obviously, we talked about Pisces, the square, and then in Gemini, it's in opposition. So it just depends on your age and that 13-year, cycle. Now, obviously, Pluto Aquarius, 20 years. And it's going to be a sextile. Think of it like the 9th house to the 11th house. So the knowledge that's gained in Sagittarius season, Aquarius teaches it and pours it out. Okay? But remember, like B, G, and Z to the trees, the fact that you're here tells me that you probably have separated already from the dogmatic teachings that you may have received as children. Okay. And, I don't judge anybody for anything, right? I tell people all the time, I still love Jesus. I'm a Christian. But whether you're Seventh-day Adventist, Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Jew, Catholic, whatever it is, sorry, there's a freaking fly. It's 80 degrees out here today. It's crazy hot. And, a fly got in and it's just making me crazy. But that is a challenging energy in terms of some of you guys, right? Usually you're supposed to get kind of guided by the Pluto, for you guys, probably Pluto Libra, Pluto Virgo. Just like Pluto Scorpio. I feel like Pluto Leo has dropped the ball on guiding you guys the way that they should, the millennials. And I feel that Pluto Virgo, my generation, has to step up to help the millennials because we're the best equipped to do it, because Virgo in that sextile, it's better to teach than in the square. So I think even for Pluto Sag, they probably can receive lessons, honestly, better from Pluto Libra, which maybe your parents are, or Pluto Virgo. It just depends. But Pluto Libra, right, we're talking 71 to 83. Really late 1970, but really 71 to 83. Pluto Virgo, 56 to 70, that's a square to Pluto Sag, right? And so sometimes the squares are opportunities for growth. They want to listen. And then sometimes the squares, they don't want to listen to it. So same with Pluto Scorpio to Pluto Leo. But Pluto Leo is still kind of like, they still want to be children. They still want attention. You see it. I could use Trump and Oprah as the example, right? They're not like kind of at a place where they want to stop getting the attention, if that makes sense. Okay. So that's why the sextile, Pluto Virgo, Pluto Scorpio, and then I think Pluto Libra to Pluto Sag. So let's see what they wrote. Z to the trees and BG, and just let me know, even with your sun sign, what relation it has to the Pluto, because that can tell you a lot. Pluto conjunct Sun, like if you guys watch my celebrity birth chart reading or were in one of my astrology courses, I talked about that being a very powerful energy for wealth. Look at Michael Jackson in the 7th house of fame. What did they say?
Z the tree said my Saturn is in Taurus 12th house, and then
Okay.
Evelyn said 80 degrees. I'm jealous.
Okay. Yeah. So the Saturn's in Taurus. Yeah. So if it's in the 12th house, then you're probably a Gemini rising. Your Sag, Pluto's in the 7th. So it's in conjunction. So it's probably not going to really bother you, except for there can be, for you, Sagittarius 7th house, a lot of transformations in the relationship, right? But, you can also attract powerful people, right? If you've got Pluto in the 7th house, you can have some level of fame, like Michael Jackson, Pluto Virgo, conjunct his sun, right? But when the sun is conjunct your Pluto, that can also play in serious power dynamics with your father. And we saw that with Joseph Jackson, being kind of definitely abusive and controlling of Michael. But hey, some people say, well, listen, it's just like the Richard Williams with the Venus and Serena, right? When you have a powerful father who's telling you what to do 24/7, it also can lead to a lot of success in your personal life. So Michael Jackson, his sun Pluto conjunction, it's also what got him the fame and also probably gave him a lot of pain because of his father. Okay. So Pluto Sag, I want to talk to you about the Pluto Aquarius sextile. And understand the next 20 years, you guys will really be transforming your lives, especially the ones in the, born in the 90s. But just in general, even if you're born in 2000 or 2000, let's say if you're born in 2007, 2008, right? You'll get to the Saturn return and get to 28 years old in the next 20 years, right? If you were born in 08, right now you're 13, 14, like 15 years old, but really it most of it is 07. I doubt that, there's probably too many 08, I mean, for him, he's on the verge, but he's, obviously Pluto Capricorn because he's 14. But, if you're a 15-year-old, 20 years, right, you're gonna be 35. And so this is where the adulthood and the transformation comes in your life, right? As they call it, what is it? Adulting. I like Gen Z and millennials have come up with some terms, I mean, yeah, we know adulthood, adulting. I mean, some of the stuff is a little corny. I'm gonna just keep it real. But what I find funny about Gen Z, you guys have brought back a lot of styles that, Ev and I were rocking in the late 80s, early 90s, right? And so, but that's not a criticism of you guys because styles come around. And honestly, our time was really one of the best times, like you guys, I think one thing that I find with Gen Z, you are exposed to so much knowledge and information. So then you think you know so much, but you have to remember you never want to close yourself off from learning, right? It's kind of the humble mind that says, oh, I don't know, so let me receive knowledge and then I can gain more, right? When you think you know everything, then you close yourself off from opportunities of expanding your mind. Now, I'm sure BG and Zeta Trees, y'all aren't like that because you may not be here if you were. But, let me know if you've grew up with any organized, serious religion and you like rebelled against it or whatever. Let me get to a couple more comments.
Rose Jefferson said Sun square Pluto. And then Evelyn said they love afros.
Sun square Pluto. Okay. Rose, are you Gen Z? Rose, let me know. And is your son Pisces or Virgo? I forgot. Forgive me. I think you're maybe a Virgo son like me. I can't remember. But one thing that's dope, you guys, for Gen Z, this is sextile to Pluto Aquarius. This is going to be a great time for you to expand with the science, technology, AI. You guys are going to use it like nobody's used it because you guys do have these technology skills. You do understand the intricacies of the AI and the this and that. You know what I mean? But understand, a lot of that is still matrix programming. So as you're dealing with Pluto Sag and you really kind of want the freedom and the evolution, don't kind of get so super intelligent that you get sucked up in, remember, Pluto's the underbelly. So Pluto in Aquarius, it'll be the underbelly of like the dark web of science, technology, where AI becomes like dystopian. And then you've got robots taking all of our jobs, and millennials and Gen Z just basically joined in and have accepted it. So there's a fine line with that. Okay. And that's kind of what's really at play, you guys. Pluto Aquarius the next 20 years. And make sure you watch my video for Pluto and Aquarius, because I really broke it down in terms of the deacons, like how the 20 years will break down in like 6.5-year cycles, and how we'll see the Aquarius, right? Then the Aquarius Gemini, and then the final one, the Aquarius Libra, where we're going to see extreme changes to our culture and society with the AI. But remember, Pluto, Hades, the underworld, right? What has it done with Pluto Capricorn? It has showed us all the deception and secrets, Me Too, the veils of politics, right? Insurrection, this, that, politicians lie, this and that, secret society, like all of the structures and systems are crumbling right now. That's because we're at the end of the Piscean age and in the beginning of age of Aquarius, but it's very much tied to Pluto and Capricorn. So for you, Pluto and Sagittarius, what happened? Oh, you realized that's when everything came out in Boston, in Philadelphia, in New Jersey, with what? The Catholic Church. All the allegations of sexual abuse and rape, all those cases, documentaries that we've seen in the last 5 years talking about times back then, right? So we started to learn more about the evils of the church, the Vatican, the books left out of the Bible. That's Pluto Sagittarius. Because Sagittarius, it's funny how Sagittarius is dogmatic and then at the same time loves freedom and higher learning. Go ahead, you want to read some comments? Last one was Rose, he read.
Okay.
And Evelyn with the afros.
Yeah, so who loves afros?
We're talking about Gen Z.
Oh, I love afros too. Anyway, I gotta brush my hair out. I have a big old afro. When I brush it out, it's like 3 feet long. I'm telling you, I straight up like it's good.
And if I could ever,
I have a video up on my Instagram where I'm talking about my oil, and all you see is my hair. Anyways, okay. Hello. Thank you. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Hope. Hello, Z the Trees and Rose and S4.
Oh, hey, S4.
Hello. I brought my husband some hot tea. I told him if he wanted me to come on, I had to have time to make my ginger and lemon tea because I've been cold. Anyway.
Wait. She's cold. It's freaking 80 degrees out here today, you guys.
No, it's gotten way colder. I was sitting out at the soccer field and it gets cold. It gets all chilly. I mean, you got to understand, we sat up over 100 for like most of the summer. Now it gets down into the 60s and I am freezing. Anyways.
It's all relative.
It is all relative. So Evelyn said that they're going to be robots.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure.
Do you think Gen Z will be robots or just that there's robots? Yeah, there's robots everywhere now.
It's crazy.
The way they come and deliver stuff to you.
So did anybody besides my husband and I see that series Humans? It was a series.
Oh, British documentary.
No, it wasn't a documentary.
I mean, not a documentary, series. Sorry.
It was a series. It was a drama.
But go watch it.
Oh my gosh. It's called Humans. And it is about these robots that look just like us. They have like full skin suits and all that kind of stuff. And they started out as companions and people who could help like older people, and they track your heartbeat.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, your temperature is high. It's time to take your medicine.
Yeah. But then as time went on, you had certain people who would they started using them as ladies of the night. And they started using them for these different things because they had no consciousness. But then they got consciousness. It was very, very interesting in how they got feelings, and they had desires and dreams and goal. And there was this whole thing between the humans and the very, very interesting. Anyways, let me get into it. Let's see. So, so Z the Tree, she said, I am a Taurus rising. I grew up in a strict Christian household, no longer resonate with it. Left the church when I was 19. Mm-hmm. She's 25 now.
Okay.
And
you're a Taurus rising. What's your sun sign? I think you're a set of squares, so you're either a Pisces or a Virgo.
Do you think there are certain people that have placements that will indicate that leaving the church thing?
Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Pluto Sagittarius generation. Sagittarius is a dogmatic sign. Mm. So a lot of them are going to evolve out of the church. And Z the Trees, BG, and Rose, that's why the three of them are here. They're Pluto Sag generation, like our oldest son. And so that can happen, right? So you start to see the veils and you start to see through the deception of the church. And listen, we're not here. Like I just told them before, I said, I'm Christian. We're Christian. We love Jesus. But we also had issues at different churches that we were attending. Well, racism, hypocrisy, judgment, all this different stuff. And so, yes, you can have a relationship with God and connect to God because God is within you. And it doesn't have to take away your love from Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad, whoever you worship and whatever you guys worship, right? Because I'm not here to judge or question any of that. But this generational marker, the majority of the people in this generation, it may take longer for some or the others, but because a lot of you guys also, let's be honest, you have Neptune and Uranus in Aquarius. So when Pluto gets there, oh my gosh, you guys are going to be amazing. I mean, amazing. Your psychic ability in the next 20 years, BG, Rose, and See the Trees. Now, remember, you have to do the work. Choose the high frequency timeline. Remember, I tell you about the trine, love, gratitude, and at the top of the pyramid, the highest frequency is being your authentic self. And so when Pluto gets into Aquarius and it's sextiling your natal Pluto and Sag, and then conjunct for most of you that have Uranus and Neptune in Aquarius, adios mio, you're going to be freaking incredible.
So do a lot of people
just don't forget about me.
Do a lot of people with Sagittarius placements, do they have a tendency to be dogmatic?
Yeah, you got a Sag moon. What are you talking about?
Well, I was just wondering because I'm like, I was like, I could be dogmatic.
Yeah.
And
but Sagittarius sun sign. So okay, so what happens? This is Pluto, so this is an outer planet. But if you have a Sag sun or moon, not so much the rising, but sun or moon, they tend not to veer off of what they were taught as a child or whatever structures or systems and programming gets put in them. It's challenging them to elevate or to leave it. And so for Pluto, your soul psyche and holding energy from past lives and trauma and this and that, they can be jovial, dogmatic, blunt, arrogant, highly intelligent. But that's what I was saying earlier, and she's catching up. But a lot of you guys have all this knowledge, but it's almost overwhelming because you've had so much input from all the television and technology that you've got to kind of separate from it so you can find out your own thoughts. What does BG and Z the Trees and Rose really think? Our oldest son, who are you? Separate from all the technology and influences, right? Because here's an example. My oldest son, he had a class one time and he was telling me what he had learned in class about the Million Man March. And I explained to him, because they had told him some foolishness, and I explained to him, I said, no, Daddy was there. Don't go to Google. Don't believe the teachers, right? When you have the advantage to speak to elders, you Gen Zers, young folks, get the knowledge from elders. She's Pluto Libra, I'm Pluto Virgo. But when we grew up, and Evelyn will tell you this too, we loved getting knowledge from our elders. As young folks, we wanted to stay up late, to be around the old people, to seep up that knowledge, hear their dirty jokes, or when they were drinking and they would curse, all that stuff. Because old black folks love to curse. Let me tell you, if you don't know. I'm 53, she's 50, but like the way my mom and stuff like that, old black folks, oh my God, you get them talking and drinking and cussing. As a young kid, I used to crack up.
I know when I was first able to sit with the grown folk and I could actually get a drink with the grown folk and drink it, and they didn't look at me like, what you doing, girl? Oh, that was the day.
But Gen Z, a lot of you guys, you don't do that. And it's not a knock. And I don't want you to ever think I'm coming down on you, because I'm just trying to, inform and teach. But Sagittarius, you want to zoom out and see the big picture. Don't assume mutable fire.
Can I say something with that?
Let me finish this thought.
Okay.
Mutable fire, you want to zoom out and see the big picture. You don't want to be blunt and arrogant with the expansive mind and think that you know everything, right? The mantra of Bruce Lee, all information is valid, and then you take it in and then you keep what's good and then get rid of, you know what I mean? Even if you were reading a book, let's say from Hitler, a bad example, but you can learn something and you can learn what not to do, right? Not to be like him. So that's where you've got to be mindful and keep an open mind for a generation to be like, maybe this old head, he's got something for me. Maybe this old woman, older woman, she can drop some jewels on me. Because you guys, honestly, and I mean this dearly, you guys, Pluto Sag generation, I'm telling you, you'll see when this Pluto goes to Aquarius for the next 20 years, and then it conjuncts your Uranus and Neptune and sextiles your Pluto Sag, you are going to have gifts upon gifts upon gifts. You're going to be magical. I promise you.
The one thing I was going to say is that you don't ever want to get completely away from really connecting with and paying attention to the stories of the elders, because what you're even seeing now with these Mandela effects is that with the rise of technology, it is much more easy to control the narrative
and erase history and truth. Yeah.
Control what you know, what you learn, what you have access to. It's a very double-edged sword, because you have access to information that it's amazing, but they can also shut it down, because when you look at all these different things, and that's more for people my age, we're looking at things and we know certain things were spelled a certain way, things looked a particular way, and they're starting to change it, and they're changing it through Google, and they're changing it technology-wise.
Because Evelyn, you remember, right? What's his name? Richard
Simmons.
Richard Simmons used to always wear the headband. Well, now, and now they, Mandela effect, they erased it. They were like, no headband.
Like, no, he never had that.
Like, what?
Come on.
Or even changing the lyrics of song from Queen, right? We are the champions, my friend. And then at the end, of the world, and now it's gone. We used to sing that in 4th grade, because for sports, that was a big song. We would sing Queen. And we'd be like, we are the champions.
But, my point is that on a deeper level, is it can allow you to be controlled. And that's the last thing that you want. Because, we all dealt with that control, like the religion thing. Yeah. I'm highly faithful. I'm very, actually, I guess I've been.
But I was never down with the Pope.
I mean, I have a degree in biblical studies. I am very learned in that, although I always had these questions, but I went through my phases and what I come to realize is that so many of the ancient knowledge were cut off from us. But with you guys, it's even easier to cut off, because all they have to do is just take it away from the internet, and y'all just, if you don't talk to older people, talk to us, keep talking to us. We like you.
And I'm so honored that you guys, you younger folks, come here and support my channel. Like, mwah. Yo, you don't even know how much I appreciate Gen Z and millennials. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, Evelyn's talking about the fact that her school, she's seeing so much of this and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I taught a lot of Gen Z.
Hope says she left the church Saturn, Sagittarius. And Evelyn is a Sag, and also left the church 100 years ago. back when there was horse and buggies. No.
I know, Ev, right? We OGs, like, in terms of rebelling.
Yeah. Oh, God. So, Zeta Trees is a Virgo sun.
Yes, okay. I thought you were a Virgo, Zeta Trees, yeah. So that's square, that's square. But let me tell you something. With the sun square Pluto, with that Virgo sun, you already know I'm a Virgo sun, so I know how your mind works. You're no joke. But understand, different from Michael's energy as a Virgo with the conjunction to this, to Pluto. And I hope you let me know, how's your relationship with Dad? Because that sun square Pluto, there can be challenges there, okay? There were challenges there, and the separation from, my oldest son, was my stepson, with his biological dad. So that's what can happen with the Virgo sun or the Pisces sun square the Pluto, right?
But, it's interesting, and I don't really talk about this much, but his biological father was a Sagittarius and could be very dogmatic on stuff. So that was just an interesting point that came up.
Yeah, that's Sag sun. Yeah, very dogmatic.
And kind of arrogant.
And his son was squaring his Pluto, probably. Yeah, Pluto and Virgo. And so, and I don't think he had a great relationship with his dad, right?
No.
Yeah,
not
so
at
that's what
all,
happens.
you
So
know.
the square
His
can
son
show
his
that.
father had a whole second family. It was very, very,
And
very traumatic.
Sagittarius men, I find,
Hello.
sun signs are way more arrogant than women. I don't actually find Sag women as arrogant. You know, I really don't. But the Sag men, and I love them. My grandfather was a Sag man, my cousin, 2, 3 of my best friends. But, you know, yeah, they be feeling themselves.
Moon
And they are
God.
highly intelligent. Hi, Moon Goddess.
Yeah.
What's
she
up,
said
stranger?
hello.
How you feeling?
And Evelyn said, "Boomers, yes." Are you a boomer, Evelyn? Anyways,
No, she's still Gen
I'm
Z.
gonna say I think you're a little young
Because
to be a boomer.
you're a Pluto Virgo.
Are you? I mean, anyways, I don't know. And then she also said the Sagittarius don't work well together.
Yeah, no, they don't. But I want to get back to these young folks
And Hope
because
agreed with the men versus women for Sag.
yeah, no, isn't it something like it's very different. So I'll tell you in terms of sun signs, you guys, and this is going to connect to the Sag Pluto. In terms of the biggest differences, like Virgo men and women are very different. Sag, we're talking about just sun signs. Men and women are very different. And Pisces. So actually, it's kind of funny because it's kind of the mutable signs. I see a lot of similarities with the fixed signs. Not so much Scorpio. All the others. And I'm trying to think if there's any others. I will say a little bit with the Aquarius because the Aquarius men, they are brilliant, but they can be like they can be some wild cats. I'll just say that. I'm not going to say, what I really want to say, but, they can get into some inappropriate under the table action. But Sagittarius, when you have the sun conjunct your Pluto, this is when you can have like a cult leader. You can have like a dynamic pastor or preacher or teacher, professor. They can be someone who's really kind of their personality jumps out at you. They're bigger than life. So any of you Gen Zs who Sagittarius suns conjunct the Pluto, remember you guys, Sagittarius also gets involved not with teaching, preaching, and traveling and all that and adventures. They can get into archaeology and stuff like that. Good teachers, professors, but finance. They can get into marketing, business. So when you've got that sun in Sagittarius, if you're born between 95 and 08, conjunct the Pluto, dollar bill, y'all. Okay. Because the Sagittarius energy, they do ponder, even sometimes if they are, let's say, vibrating on a lower vibration, where they could exaggerate, storytell, be blunt and arrogant. But the energy is mutable fire. So they learn quickly by like just like touching life, everything. You know what I mean? And they're quick learners. Like I will say that. And when you have a conjunct Pluto, that magnetic energy, I mean, you can see like a little, somebody was born in 2000, like a little 23-year-old that's like, like leading some company, like, you know what I mean? Crypto folks, a lot of crypto folks are Gen Zers, born from 95 to 2000. 23 to like 28 years old, some of them 27. I mean, they're making crazy bank with this crypto stuff. That right there is the sun conjunct Pluto. Okay. But I want to just say this for you guys, and Z and BG and Rose, let me know. Do you guys have your Uranus and Neptune in Aquarius? Or do any of you have your Uranus and Pisces? Maybe.
Okay.
It just depends on what the age you were born.
So Flying Tiger just joined us.
Hey, Flying Tiger.
Is he new?
Yeah, I think you're new. Share your big three. Let me know if you're Gen Z. Sun, Moon, Rising.
Moon Goddess said that her mom is Saggy, and they used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
And she's a Gen X.
Yeah.
And Evelyn is at the tail end of the boomers. Oh, yes, yes.
So flying tiger, he Sun conjunct Pluto, bro.
Oh, Sun conjunct Pluto. There you go, flying tiger. You got that swag and personality. I already know. Just remember, I hope that you didn't experience, power, control, dynamics, abuse, or manipulation from dad. I mean, obviously we saw that. I give the example of Michael Jackson in the seventh house for Pluto Virgo, but Pluto Sag, sometimes you could have that dad that was like, you better go to church. I'll beat your butt. Like really intent, you know what I mean? Or just really just kind of like, I mean, I will say this about Sagittarius energy. Sometimes you would think of this more of Aquarius because the fire signs can be all warm. Sag can be kind of like cold-hearted snakes sometimes. Like they can be brutally like what? You can't even give me a hug? You ain't got no love for Snoop Dogg and Death Row? What? Like they could be really mean and indifferent and cold sometimes. So I don't know, you let me know, Tiger, like if, the Sun conjunct Pluto, but hey, dad could have also been a big boost and big help.
So Flying said he just tuned in now.
Okay.
How did you find us? I'm always curious about that. And thank you for coming. We welcome you. And then Rose Jefferson is a Uranus and Sagittarius.
Uranus and Sag?
Mm-hmm.
And you're Pluto and Sag? Oh, because you're early on. I'm sorry. Yeah. Really? Is it like at the end degree? That's interesting.
And Hope has Uranus and Saturn and Sagittarius.
Because the Gen Zs, a lot of them, their Uranus and Neptune are in Aquarius, some in Capricorn. I'm kind of surprised that your Uranus is in Sagittarius if your Pluto's in Sag. I have to check the year on that. Okay. Yeah. But if you say that's what it is, I believe you. So it must have just been like right at the edge. So maybe are you 95? Were you born 1995, Rose, or 96 early? Let me know.
Okay. So Hope is Uranus and Saturn and Sagittarius.
See, and Hope, and you're Pluto Scorpio, and you got Uranus and Sag.
And Z the Trees is Neptune Pisces. And
Uranus
Neptune Pisces.
And Aquarius. And Uranus and Aquarius. Okay, yeah. Because some of them could have the Neptune and Pisces, because that came in, Neptune and Pisces came in, I think, in 06. I believe it's 06, 07, somewhere in there. Or I thought maybe it was 08.
And Flying Tiger's Virgo Sun, 29 degrees.
Oh, wait, Flying Tiger, I thought you said your sun was conjunct Pluto. Are you not Gen Z? Are you Virgo Sun conjunct Pluto Virgo? Okay. Because I thought you were saying that you were Gen Z. Okay. Is that what you are? Like Pluto conjunct the Sun Virgo? I'm a fellow Virgo, so, good to meet you. I understand. My Pluto's Virgo too, so.
Wait, Jefferson, no, my Pluto is not in Sag.
Oh, Jefferson. Okay. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, I was like, so your Pluto's in Scorpio then. Are you millennial then? Because Pluto, Scorpio's millennials, you guys, just so you know. Okay.
So Flying Tiger is 73, just like me.
Oh, okay. So you're Pluto,
and,
so you're Pluto Libra. Okay.
And Hope is an earlier millennial.
Yeah, Hope is Pluto Scorpio. These Pluto generations, you guys, they are really powerful. But understand what Pluto does, because it is like Hades and the underworld. What it's going to do in Aquarius, it's going to show us the dark web, the lies and deception in science.
And Rose just confirmed, yes, that you were correct.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Pluto Scorpio. Okay, and stuff like that. Because I was like, if Uranus isn't Sag, you can't be Gen Z. Okay, so I know my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know my stuff. But so yeah, that's like a really fascinating thing what Pluto does. And just like the Pluto Sag time, we saw through the veils, right, of the Pope, the Catholic Church. All the secrets were coming out, this and that. The Boy Scouts, oh my God, this and that, nuns, da 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 da. So
but you also started to see it starting to dwindle even in like things with the stock market. Right before the Pluto Capricorn came in and we had the crash in 08, we were starting to see things. But then Pluto Sag, what did you have? Oh, ISIS, Al Qaeda. Oh, hate the Muslims, this and that, whatever, da 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 da, right? 9/11, da da da. These false flags, right?
Mm.
And all this stuff. That's Pluto Sag, 2001. Okay.
So Flying Tiger just jumped in because we were live. Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming by. I hope you check us out.
Yep.
Continue to be here.
All right,
He's the
Flying
main
Tiger.
person. I just come in as a sidekick
Yeah,
every
you know,
once in
every
a
once in a while, I
while.
let wifey hang out.
You know.
And oh, but listen, let me just say,
but
as
do
we
check him out because he gets some good guests. We have some other thing people
well, let
coming
me
back.
let me tell you. So December 22nd, Miss Debbie Solaris, the Galactic Historian, is coming back for her third time, and we are going to talk about the galactic and some aliens and give you the energy of 2024, what to expect. So December 22nd, a Friday night.
Just got paid.
So Flying Tiger, you know about Johnny Kemp. So Pete, there's Johnny Kemp is from the Bahamas, like my grandfather, and I did a play with his son, and I met Johnny Kemp at my Baptist church in my neighborhood. Johnny Kemp was a real cool dude. Just got paid Friday night, money in your pocket,
feeling right.
So, but Pluto Sag, think about that, right? We had the 9/11. We had financial stuff. We had things with the church. We had trying to think what other big, there was some different stuff that went on from, I'm trying to remember, 95. Okay, so that was when, we're dealing with Clinton and what? Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he was president from 92, right? So he had 8 years. And then 2000 we had, and then we saw the thing with Sagittarius, right? The Bush Gore and the whole thing with the election. So see, Pluto Sag, but what did it do? It was bringing up the underbelly of the beliefs, the law. Sagittarius is the law and order, right? So, that's what Pluto is going to do for Aquarius, and what I'm going to do is, as we get into Aquarius season, okay, coming up soon, I will, really get into when Pluto will be in Aquarius. But just so you know, guys, it's going to retrograde one last time, September to November 19th. But November 19th, 2024 to 2044, it's there for 20 years. It's not doing no little 12, 13-year run like Sag and Scorpio or Libra. It's doing a 20-year run in Aquarius. Spiritual awakening, power to the people, showing us the underbelly of the dark web and technology. They're going to cut off our internet and bring back a new internet. Okay? Just get ready. Like, there'll be a time where I can't talk to you for a minute, but then I'll be back. So, but you know what I mean? Like, we have to be aware that that's what Pluto does. Think about since 08, the stock market crash, this whole thing, the Me Too, the this and that, and politicians. And I mean, do you think about how, if you can remember back to before 08 to now, this Twitter age, social media age, nobody really takes politicians serious anymore because you've seen the veils and the fallacies, the lies and deception, the not, wanting to stay in office to keep their spots for the money, for the love of money. Right? I mean, it's real. That's what Pluto and Aquarius is going to show us. It will bring many blessings, but believe AI is going to get hot and hectic. Jobs going to get hot and hectic. Science.
It's all changing. Yeah.
Okay.
Flying Tiger's talking about Pluto transforming the financial system.
Yes, sir. You already see that BlackRock investing in Bitcoin and XRP, the stock market is going to be on the blockchain, y'all. I mean, Yo, it's about the whole thing's going to be flipped upside down. Plus, you're dealing with bricks. So you have to get prepared. You know what I mean? And also have things set up in your local community. Remember North Node and Gemini a few years ago? That started the podcast boom, but it's also got to start the hand-to-hand exchange, right? I always tell you, if I have kale and zucchini, and you got strawberries and blueberries, and we trade, then we both got fruits and vegetables. That's Gemini North Node. That's how we got to rock in Pluto and Aquarius. When Uranus goes to Gemini,
we're gonna be forced to have to work together. I mean, as I'm
yeah,
saying, you know,
we're
if
gonna have to
everything
build
crashes,
communities. Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
yeah.
And
So, but you want to start establishing, like how I got Coffee Talk, my 11th house crew. You want to establish your crew, your posse, your clique, your clan. Can't none of y'all mess with me and my man. Shout out to, you know, Helter Skelter. All right. Boot Camp Clique. But understand, for real, we are going through serious times and serious changes, but we have the power to choose our timeline, right? We can manifest. We have to be, what I always tell you, maniacal, intentional about the positive self-talk. Even if you have to fake it till you make it, but get in that mirror and be like, yo, I love you, Fly and Tiger. I love you, Z the Trees and BG and Evelyn and Rose and Hope. Seriously, because your subconscious mind is listening. The times that we're in, 5G. Okay, we're dealing with the 5G, the poisons, the toxins, the fluoride, but energetically, this planet has already shifted into the 5D, and there's going to be a split in the next 2 to 3 years. You're going to either be on the love, gratitude, authentic self, high vibration frequency, or you're going to be on the fear, loathing, hate, low vibration, worried about the mumble rap and the celebrities and who's doing this, what, and drinking blood. And that's not a good place to be, because that's where all the brainwashing, controlling, and New World Order's at. You want to be up in the ascension, okay? And so when I tell you Saturn's in Pisces at this time and Neptune station direct today, spiritual discipline. I was out there today in the hot heat, 80 degrees. I was meditating. You got to do it. You got to put in the work. And she is amazing. She puts in her work. We both do it. But the thing is, I'm here to tell you, I'm not saying it's easy, but I force myself, even sometimes when I'm tired or don't feel like it, even if I just put in a couple of minutes, something's better than nothing. Right? Toning, guided meditations, breath work, Jose Silva, all these, Dr. Joe Dispenza, all these different things are out there to help you because it works, and you have to raise your vibration. Everything is energy. Do you know now they are using, and they've been using it for years, but now it's starting to get more normalized. They're using sound frequency to eliminate disease in the body. But that's what all the churches used to do. If you notice all over the world, you see these cracked bells, right? Because the churches, the cathedrals used to be healing and energy sources for real energy. Forget solar. They had their own energy through sound and vibration. All right? You see, Gen Z, you hang out with me. I'm going to give you some knowledge.
So let's see. We have Ear Hustler.
What's up, Ear Hustler? Welcome back. And S4, sorry, I didn't address you before. Hey, S4.
Oh my goodness, we got okay. So we have Your Hustler. It seems like there's always been wars when Uranus was in Gemini.
Yes, well, that's what's coming up now. That's why you've seen in the last 2 years a lot of astrologers talking about the American Revolution and World War II. That was Pluto, Aquarius, Uranus, and Gemini. But then Uranus and Gemini has brought us multiple wars. So yeah, and you already know what's going on across the world right now. So be mindful.
Flying Tiger also mentioned Saturn and Pisces boom.
Yeah.
And then we have Shine Baby Shine.
Who's that? Welcome, Shine Baby Shine.
Welcome. You have to give us your big three.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Oh my God, just joining this live, and I didn't even think about what Pluto and Aquarius is going to be like for the Pluto and Scorpio generation with that square.
Yes, it's going. Okay, so talking about the millennials, I already told Gen Z it's going to be super dope for them. That sextile is going to be harmonious. It's going to open up your throat chakras. It's going to improve your senses and heighten your sixth sense. Now, you have to be intentional and roll with the energy, but this is what's on the menu and on the agenda for you. Pluto, Scorpio. Get a pillow. Give me your ear. Pluto, Virgo is going to put some game on you. That square, it represents opportunities for growth, but it's going to be really uncomfortable if you stay, even though it's two fixed signs, if you stay too fixed, too stubborn, too arrogant, and are not willing, because I tell Pluto, Scorpio all the time, watch my video. I told them I'm Pluto, Virgo, I'm here to help you. It's not enough to identify all the pain, trauma, and crises that you had growing up, and mom and dad were this, and this one is that. Mira, cállate la boca. There's no victimhood in astrology. And guess what? Every generation had tough parents, tough childhood. Pluto, Scorpio, you don't own that. Okay? Once you identify it, you got to be willing to put in the work. What benefits Pluto, Scorpio, and then it also hurts them, is that you have such magnetic power, but it makes you focus on money, power, sex, and respect. And then you're not focusing on the healing and the manifesting and the purity of Scorpio and the love and the truth. So what Pluto and Aquarius can do is bury you, or it can make you become, for the next 20 years, the leaders of bringing the power to the people and opening up this free world with free energy and free markets for the collective in a way that humanity has never seen. And that's my prayer, right? I'm 53, Pluto, Virgo. Y'all are in your, early 40s, 30s. The next 20 years, you're up to bat. What are you going to do?
So Oracle Deborah is here.
Hey, Oracle Deborah, nice to meet you.
And she says, get out and watch the sunrise every morning as healing gives you clarity,
Yes.
energy, makes us take ownership over our life.
Preach, girl.
And most importantly, have faith.
Yes.
I don't necessarily
Sun
watch
gazing.
the sun every morning.
Sunrise and sunset,
for
both
the last,
good.
I started this about 24 years ago. But I try to spend time in the morning, and I kind of got away from it, time with the kids and whatever, but I've gotten back to it. And as of late, I have to do it. It keeps me centered. It keeps me sane. Absolute necessity. Shine Baby Shine said her, or I'm assuming it's a she.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Okay. And with all this technology, you guys, keep them in your pocket during the day if you can. I started doing that, and I'm telling you, and don't keep your cell phones on your physical body, and always talk on speakerphone. For real, please. I love you all too much.
Except if you're in a really public space, put it up to your ear for that. And
yeah, because that's kind of ghetto and disrespectful, and people don't want to know your business.
Right. Yeah. So Shine Baby Shine.
What's up, Shine Baby Shine?
Is Leo Sun, Virgo Moon, Aries Rising.
Woo, you're dangerous.
She said that we are preaching directly to her.
Yes. Okay. Aries rising. Oh, did you know that Aries and Pisces are the two most rare rising sign ascendants? So Aries rising. And hey, hit me up. Birth chart. Okay. And the Sagittarius birth chart sale goes to December 22nd. The Capricorn Sun Moon Rising birth chart sale will start December 21st. Sag Sun Moon Rising, $100, 60 minutes live over Zoom. Live questions, full birth chart interpretation. I'm a Western tropical astrologer. I use the whole sign system, principles of Vedic and evolutionary astrology. I'm all about getting the truth for you. But I just had a client today request, could I do their chart for them in Placidus? And my answer is yes, of course I can. And I will. Because even though I use the whole sign system, everything is just tools. Now, I'm not going to do, sidereal Vedic reading because I don't do that at all. But yeah, I know the Placidus. But, when you're doing the timing techniques, even the astrologers that use the Placidus, they have to go to the whole sign system. I just go there from the beginning because, some of my principles also go back to Hellenistic astrology in terms of what I was taught. So, but yeah, so hit me up, biggieastrology@gmail.com. And we're going to get off in a minute or two, take a couple more questions. But I'm inviting all of you to join us for the Sagittarius New Moon 12/12 portal next Tuesday night, December 12th, 9 p.m. Eastern, over Zoom, an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to break down the chart, give you some tips and energy for 2024, some new beginning, new energy, new intentions. And we're going to have a beautiful guided meditation by yours truly.
I'll bring out my.
She's going to bring out the sound bowl. Yeah, it's going to be really nice.
Bells.
So for $12, you can't beat it. Come join us, 12/12
I
portal.
should even bring it. Hey, Knowing, how are you?
Hey, Knowing.
I can even bring my rain stick.
Oh, Knowing, did you guys see it? My new shirt?
Knowing knows, well, because we,
So you got this, and then I'm going to show you the back. Make sure you can see it. Can you see it?
Yeah, bring your butt down. Bring your butt down. Bring your back up, butt down. There you go. Move the hair. So it's just a big old thing. But yeah,
all right.
I finally ordered.
And I'm going to get a white one, and then if people are interested, maybe do some merch. But Biggie Astrology in effect in the house.
And just so everybody knows, Evelyn here, she's got an Etsy site with crystals.
Oh, yeah.
So
Evelyn is
there.
Yeah.
And if you need something, head over there. She has sent me some beautiful things. Girl, I still need to wrap the Libyan glass.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a new background. I'm gonna put some of the crystals up there. Yeah,
I got something. We're gonna hook it
up
and figure that out. And so do check out Evelyn. If you're here, put your Etsy shop in there. I have a favor to ask of everybody here. Please go over to Instagram, over to my my page or whatever, Sabale Pure, SABALI Pure, PURE. I just put up a new little post, and I'm looking for people to like it, share it, comment on it, because I need to get that up in the algorithm, because Instagram has stopped allowing me to tag my products. And that also means that they're doing that, then they are stopping sharing my posts with people, which really is very frustrating to me. I make organic body care products, and I talk.
There's censorship going on, y'all.
Yes, I talk to people about how what we apply to our skin, the herbs, the botanicals, can actually impact our health, make us healthier.
You don't want the toxins.
Deodorants.
They don't want her to. They don't want her to speak that health
and pull toxins and heavy metals and things like that. I don't think that things like this should be held back from the people. So this isn't about you going to just buy from me, but this is about, please go over there. It would really, really help me out for you to start responding to and sharing that with people and telling them to do the same, because I need the powers that be to know that this is what people really want. So stop playing around.
Yeah.
They always want to start with this whole thing about me making false claims. And it's like,
because let me tell you something. Her stuff is compostable. She's got tooth powder, trace mineral deodorant, lip balms, hair, body, and oil, skin, botanicals. Like, her stuff is amazing. And this is what we need for our health, right? To be chemical and toxin free. And she's making it. So there's no reason for them to, not allow her to put her stuff out there. It's bad.
Here, let me put it up in here. Let me see. Yeah, thank you guys. I would just really appreciate it. Wait, I can't even spell. Oh, he has this bag keyboard, and so many of the keys don't work. So in addition to like hand surgeries, his keys don't work. So if you get an email from him, it's going to be all messed up.
No. I edit my typos. But yes, if there's a typo, just know it wasn't my fault. The keyboard is jacked.
It just,
But seriously, it's important. But I just want to end this talking about Gen Z. I salute you. I know the magic you have. Our oldest son has Gen Z, so we definitely love you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But know that, like, there's more out there than what you've been taught. And so what you need to do is go within.
when you have a Pluto that is of an air or fire sign, it's not naturally introspective. But quiet time, alone time, 12th house time, that introspection is what you need to transform and transmute the pain, trauma, and crises in your life. The way that I work with Pluto, your soul psyche, the psychology, you have to learn to surrender, let go, let God, and then the trinity of trust. Always trust in Z the trees, BG. Trust in yourself, right? Learn in a healthy way to trust in others and always trust in God, source, creator energy. Okay. Pluto is a very powerful energy. People think because it's, the final outer planet and they made it a dwarf planet. Come on. Just pay attention to what's happening in Pluto and Capricorn. The financial stuff, the political stuff, the Me Too, that's all Pluto and Capricorn. And let me tell you, it's about to get hotter. It's almost at 29 degrees.
We are required right now to really take that time, go into meditation, push out that love, because there's just a lot happening.
Yeah.
And so please, guys, just take that time to focus. As I said, I have to do that every morning or I am a mess. What are you doing?
Being me.
Anyways, do
See,
take that time.
do
all
that.
of
Be
us.
your true, authentic self. That's me. Sometimes I just do wild and crazy
Flying
stuff.
Tiger
darling.
said, yeah, Starbucks. Wait. I'm sorry. Oracle Deborah said that Starbucks is going down. Yes,
they need to.
All these different
Starbucks is a
having
bank,
issues.
and it's not real coffee. And they're freaking don't get me started.
And then what I heard today on the radio was that McDonald's is actually looking to expand by 50,000 restaurants next year, primarily in China, but they're looking to really ramp up and go. They're nasty, you know what I mean? But the thing is that we have the power to stop these things, and we also have the power with our minds to choose what reality we really want
but
to
our
be
dollar,
a part of this, and our money and the way that we
you
use it.
You protest with your money.
I mean, today I heard Joe Biden, and he was talking about how he wants to bring Putin up on war crimes for what's happening in Ukraine, which is terrible. I'm not, but why aren't we talking about what's happening in Palestine? If you can talk about Putin being a war criminal, we need to also be talking about Netanyahu. So we need to make sure that we are standing for some of these different things that are going on.
And let's stand for love over everything.
And it's love, and that's what it is. I'm not trying to get political. I don't want to go.
But I'll say this: the main important thing, you guys, is right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look for television, media, programming, brainwashing your neighbor. Mm-hmm. Look within, because within, we all know what's right and wrong. We know a man and a woman. We know power. We know control. We know evil. We know violence. We know love.
Mm-hmm.
And number one is you gotta love yourself. So that's why I'm telling Gen Z.
Because if we want God to radiate from within us, God can't radiate where love isn't.
Exactly.
Bottom line, God cannot radiate where there is no love.
And fear nothing. Please, fear nothing. Don't be scared of them. Fear nothing. They already lost. What they say?
Oh, well, I'm trying to, people have been saying this, but Flying Tiger said government welfare system that only gives McD's vouchers. I'm sorry. Are you saying that the welfare system gives McDonald's vouchers to people, or they should give it? I'm a little confused on that. And then Shine, let's see. Shine Baby Shine is taking our advice. Thank you. If it helps you. And then her Venus is at 29 degrees and her Jupiter too, both in cardinal signs. So it's hitting me. And she was saying Mickey D's needs to go down. Evelyn is saying stop eating fast food. You should not eat any fast food. I took my 14-year-old to Popeyes because I took all of his friends to a skate park thing, and they were all begging to go to Popeyes, and my son was like,
he had never been. We don't give our kids that crap.
Mom, I'm 14. And he was telling his friends, and they were like, oh my God, dude, what? You've never been to Popeyes before? And I was like, he had it. I mean, yeah, it tastes good, but I'm like,
it's not.
What
it's
did
not
you really
even real
miss?
food.
Like,
yeah.
why? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's not something that you need to have. Like.
See, we're the kind of strict, no fun parents, but they'll thank us later when they are healthy and their counterparts are not, because we don't put poison in our kids. We're not saying we're perfect.
I'm getting ready. On another note, I am getting ready to mix up my turmeric and honey concoction for the cold weather. Everybody needs to do this. On my social media, I have a post. I'll have to find out where it is and bring it back up. But anyways, I show you how to make it. I will be talking about it. If you don't know how, it's honey and coconut oil and
get that
and
zinc
ginger
and cayenne pepper
and different cayenne and
get ready
and all these different things. Start having these things. These are natural remedies that we can begin to
but
use.
More importantly, right? Do this now because you know what's coming.
Start taking care of it now.
You know what's coming. They're trying to get lockdown number 2.
I have younger children, and they're already in Ohio, and if I'm not mistaken, our friend Hope is in Ohio.
But China and stuff is coming from China.
They already said there was 142 kids with this lung infection thing. So it's starting, guys. We have to make sure that we are beefing up our immune system. And remember, sugar is the devil. Sugar is the devil.
So I just want to say one last thing. I hope you guys come for the 12/12 portal, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's only $12. Email me directly at biggieastrology@gmail.com. And then also Coffee Talk number 23, Saturday, December 16th, 1 p.m. Eastern. USA Election Day Birth Chart, November 5th, 2024. You don't want to miss this Coffee Talk. It's going to be powerful. All right. And I just love all of you. I hope you have a blessed week. I'm going to probably try to come on Friday or Saturday night because my astrology course is done. I'm designing level 2. So end of February, early March, I will announce it, probably after the new year or middle of January. But if you really want to become a professional astrologer and take classes with me, it's going to be somewhere between 8 and 10 weeks. I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to be taking you through lunar mansions, annual perfections, how to read a chart. We're going to read a lot of charts and we're going to get on the board. I'm going to teach you all my secrets and techniques, but we're going to learn how to do a natal chart reading, a solar return chart, a secondary progression, right? Different timing techniques. I also teach one-on-one classes, but if you're interested in taking this course, get ready and make sure you reach out to me.
And for everybody, he just finished up his first course. I have revamped the initial workbook. So for those people who took his very first course, I will get new workbooks out to you.
Yeah,
We've revamped it.
And Hope was in my class, and she just finished and did great.
We're going to be even adding more stuff. So Hope, I'm going to be adding more stuff to it, but we're going to be adding some more of Eric's thoughts and just different points of wisdom. We're adding a glossary.
We're just a glossary, so you understand what is Juno and part of fortune.
It's going to start out as just a really cool digital workbook, but I am going to be looking into how I can get this printed because I want to.
We're going to publish it. It's either we're going to get a publisher or self-publish.
Because I want to have, the flashcards and just some different things so that you can do exercises and write. And I'm kind of old school. I like to be able to write on things, so there's going to be space for that. So we are working.
She's helping me design it because she's Pisces. She's Pisces Sun and Pisces Mercury. This woman, my love, is so creative and brilliant. She does all the cool like the graphic for tonight's show. I did that because that's why it's decent. It's nice. But when she does it, like when I have guests on and you see my Knowledge is Love podcast and it's all like, oh my God, like amazing and cool and all this stuff, that's her. She does it because she, my Virgo's Mercury. I can talk and write and rhyme excellent, but the creativity stuff, That Pisces Mercury, you can't touch it, man.
I know. I need to actually learn how to use Adobe and all that. I play, but I can do some stuff. Anyway,
she just does that on
Shine,
camera.
baby, Shine. Yes, they are all war criminals. It's a freaking joke. And you know what, Flying Tiger? What's sad is that while you were being dystopian, I actually believed it because we live in such an effed up world that could be true. Let's see.
No, don't
else?
eat McDonald's. Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
But you guys are amazing. Thank you for coming tonight, you guys. And
we
like
love
I said,
you guys. Oh, Christian McMullen.
Oh, you're new. Hey.
It wouldn't surprise me if there is plastic in the ingredients. Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? Actually, no. Wait. Hold up. They're actually. Oh my God. Wait a minute. I
plastic.
think there really is.
Wait, there's more than plastic. Wait. You guys. No. No.
No, but
I just want to say
there are
this.
certain things in
I want to say this, but just let's use our logical minds and brains for a second. We have 50 states in the union. We've got probably over 20 to 50,000 fast food restaurants that serve meat every day. Do you really think there's that much cattle in this country or in this world to feed everybody? As many, you got some people to eat meat and fast food 3 times a day. So you got to ask yourself, what the hell are you eating?
It's everywhere. And they're getting ready to open up. They have slated to open up 50,000 more McDonald's. That's what they want by 2025, I think they said, which is insane to me. I don't even know. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Oh, and it's not cheap. Like, I couldn't believe it. We thought we would take the kids to breakfast at McDonald's. Ugh. First off, it cost us $50 to take kids. And the shit was horrible. Excuse my language. Sorry. But it was terrible. And I'm sorry. It happens sometimes.
I don't curse, but every once in a while,
He's so good. I make up for it. Anyways, but I like to think that it adds some spice.
No, but listen, you guys, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's see. Shine, that's wild.
But honey, Christina just came, right? McMullen. So what's your big 3 before we go? Right? Who's the new one? Christina?
I don't know. We got Dusty Blue. Have we met Dusty Blue?
No.
Before?
Hey, Dusty Blue.
Hello. Big 3. So listen, if we don't get it, shoot him an email with your big 3. He'll hit it back to you. Dusty Blue, what kind of lockdown do you feel many will not buy into the CV thing again? They're going to try. It's going to be a different type of infection or something. I would assume.
Yeah. So definitely.
But here's the thing, and you're right. Many people are not going to buy into it, and that's where the more people.
But understand, let me just say this. So what's on?
Forage your food is what Evelyn's saying.
Yeah, Evelyn's no joke. But let me tell you something. What's on the agenda is they are throwing everything up against the wall, and you have all the distractions, right? Diddy's a distraction. This is a distraction. That's a distraction. Race wars, this and that distraction. Everything at play is about the money and the control, right? Don't even get into the electric car stuff, right? Because it's not helping the environment. That's a myth. It's a lie. Because
it's just trading one problem for another.
Because there's more toxic energy.
We need to use hemp to make our fuel because that's like.
Well, you
have to do very little to the cars, and it's absolutely.
But they also Brazil for years had ethanol and different things. But the whole problem is, you guys, everything is about the power. Think about it. If you have an electric car, they can turn it off whenever they want. Think about that.
They know that a charge can go 400 miles.
You know what I'm saying? So they
can kind of track how far and where you've been and all that kind of stuff.
15-minute cities. There's just a lot. But we could go on for that forever. But that's what Coffee Talk's for. So come December 16th, come for the 12/12 portal for $12 next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Talking about the Sag New Moon, 12/12 portal, guided meditation, and have a good time. But any birth chart service, Sagittarius Sun Moon Rising, $100, or I didn't get to say the big shebang, 40 to 50 minute custom video summary, which is a mini movie of your life. No other astrologer does this, along with audio transit recordings of current and future transits and videos of your planetary placements. Stop. Normally $260, only $200. Okay. So Sag Sun Moon Rising, I used to just do my sales for just the sun sign. And a couple of months ago, I extended it. So it's going to be the same for Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, but it's Sag, sun, moon, rising. So please email me, biggieastrology@gmail.com. Take advantage of it. And I definitely appreciate you guys. But Evelyn and Hope, they're regulars at Coffee Talk. They'll let you know. My 11th house crew and the community I've built is amazing. And I love
We have
and
a
cherish
great
you guys.
community of people.
And guess
We're very
what?
blessed.
People come from all over the world. We're talking Amsterdam, Poland, Canada, everywhere. Okay?
And I just need to say, like, this is a safe space. Like, I noticed here, there's some people with differing opinions on different things. We are a safe space where you can have a differing opinion.
Yeah.
You're not going to be torn up,
Yeah.
and you can have a different opinion. I don't care if your opinion is different than mine or not, as long as we can communicate clearly and talk back and forth. I might not change you, you might not change me, but we can respect each other and we might educate each other into our thought processes. And that's where things need to be. Like, I grew up
And
when
with love, yeah.
people talked. We weren't so polarized that we couldn't talk. And that's what's missing. We have to be able to communicate.
And I'm not a believer in that Cancer
understand
culture.
something else.
Even
in that, that's that Willie Lynch keeping people apart and keeping people more controllable by not communicating. We have to communicate, guys. Thank you for sharing. There's plastic in the clouds.
Oh wait, yes. We don't want to talk about
microplastics in the water. Okay,
yeah.
so
chemtrails.
On that note, my product, Sabale Pure, I use compostable tubes that are FSC certified. I have designed the packaging, I have designed the graphics, but my tubes are compostable because I am a believer that we have
the earth
too much
back
darn
to the
plastic
earth.
every which where in this world. My glass it does have plastic pumps. There's really no way around that. But the glass it's printed on, it's not labeled, so that it's easy to recycle if you want. My dental floss is in refillable glass tubes because I really believe that these are little things that we can all do that can make a huge difference.
But yeah, I just want to say this though to you guys.
Yes, poor cows.
Yeah, no, and understand this. What's most important is, even with different opinions, being able to have a respectful exchange, right? I'm not about that whole cancel culture stuff because I'm from the old school and we talked everything out. You know what I'm saying? And
we have to be able to communicate. Ear Hustler, did we already talk to Ear Hustler? I feel like I haven't seen, or maybe did I see that up further? Anyways, Ear Hustler. Oh, their big three is Aquarius, Sun, Sagittarius rising, big three, Aquarius, Sun, Sagittarius rising, Libra moon.
Okay, well, you need to hit me up for a birth chart, Air Hustler. Every day I'm hustling. So when you hustle, you like, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Yeah, well, you can learn a lot being an ear hustler.
Listen, I love that name.
Sometimes they might be, but they might know.
Well, let me tell you, ear hustler.
Now, if you have to ear hustle in a way that they don't know,
I hope you don't
do the real hustler stuff.
Okay. I hope you don't. I'm just trying to get a word out. I hope you don't ear hustle and listen to mumble rap crap. That's one thing. I just saw this interview of Eric's sermon on IG and I shared it with my wife and some of my friends and I loved it because he said, I'm all for rap evolving, hip hop evolving. And he said, yeah, it went from Melly Mel to Rakim and Rakim to Wu-Tang and Wu-Tang to, other people. But what is going on since what seems like the last 5 to 7 years, maybe 10, that's not evolution. And you have to understand that the music industry is controlled by, 2 different ethnic groups, but they are about the oppression of, Black and Latino people. And unfortunately, our lyrics, you can't say the intelligent, positive lyrics and get any attention or shine or love. They want self-hating, violence, misogynistic, materialistic, violent rhymes because it connects it to the prison system. And it's all about the Benjamins. So don't play in those lanes and those games. And remember, music is frequency, energy, and vibrations. So hate to say it, but Flying Tiger will know Dolores C. Tucker was right in that sense. You know, I didn't like her back in the old days, but I got to say now as a parent, you know, we try to limit the kids listening to the ignorance, and we try to play positive lyrics for them because it doesn't do anything good for your spirit. Okay. Sound, energy, and frequency, music can be healing, right? You could play classical music and your plants will grow.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So Dusty Blue asked Tuesday at what time? You're saying Tuesday the 12th?
Yes.
At 6 p.m. Eastern.
No,
9
p.m.
Eastern.
Eastern,
I'm sorry.
6 p.m. Pacific. Okay.
So that's when that is.
And it's an hour and 12 minutes. We're going to look at the Sag moon, guided meditation. We're going to look at, you know, the chart, talk about 1212 portal, and then energies for the 2024, which is a universal 8-year. And I'm going to talk about what the 8 is about.
Some manifestation techniques as well?
Well, yeah, I mean, the guided meditation, yeah, we can talk about different things like that. But, you know, it's going to be great. And an hour and 12 minutes with us for $12, you can't beat it. And we're going to have fun. It's on Zoom. So we don't have to limit what we can say and talk about. Okay, you guys?
Hope has said that your birth charts are great. Thank you, Hope.
Thank you, Hope.
And Knowing says my products are top notch. Thank you. And Evelyn's been a fan for a long time, and she's a huge supporter. And so thank you, Evelyn. And let's see, dental floss is crazy talks too. Yes, it is. And the dental floss that I use is made of compostable, actually repurposed coffee grinds, and then I have another one that's another, but they're both compostable. They are commercially compostable, though. I will say you're not going to just throw it in your backyard and have it break down. It would take a long time, but yeah. And my dental floss is actually coated in coconut oil and essential oils. So
all right, Pluto Sag, we gotta wrap this up. Gotta check on the kiddos, make sure they're finishing their homework.
And let's see. My nephew, Sam Wolf, independent techno DJ. This is Dusty Blue. He spreads positive message.
That's good, Dusty Blue.
And
Dusty Blue,
paid in full.
Yeah, paid in full. Yeah, Flying Tiger. I know you know what's up, Flying Tiger. Dusty Blue, did you share your big 3?
And Ear Hustler was born in 1970, and I don't know if Dusty Blue did that.
Okay, Ear Hustler.
And then I don't see it there. And then Oracle Deborah was born Sag Dark Moon. And thank you. I don't know if that means she left, but thank you. When love next? Flying Tiger, when love next?
Oh, I'll be on Friday or Saturday night for episode 177, Knowledge is Love. And we are going to say
all right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, you gotta
go to my Instagram and just follow and comment and do all that stuff. I gotta get Instagram doing what they need to do by me. Thank you. Bye bye. God, I can't. Oh, here.